All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the venue at the Dirty Bull Tavern here in Woodland Hills, California. Once again, I'm Colin Cosell, and we are about to get into our third match of the day. So without any further ado, let me introduce to you our number 11 seed from Elmhurst, Illinois. Please welcome Jesse Rivera. And now entering the room, hailing from Oshawa, Ontario, he is your number 6 seed. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome John Hart. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. It is our third match of the day, featuring the number 11 seed Jesse Rivera versus the number 6 seed John Hart. And I am joined by a bit of celebrity in the darts world, a great personality, and a great friend of one of these players, Mr. Dave Kelly. Dave, how are you doing today?
Good, Colin. How are you? Nice to be here.
Nice to have you on board. Dave's going to be joining me for some color commentary for this match. And now, I understand you have a relationship with John Hart. You've played with him and against him. Give me some insight to what kind of a player he is, especially in a tournament of this caliber.
I go back to John when he was actually a kid, and he's one of those players that has a lot of drive and a lot of will to win. He's also a player that enjoys to oppose that will on his opponent. So you're going to want to watch him early, not only try to find a reason to win in his own heart, but to try to let Jesse know that he's got that will to win.
And we know that Jesse is playing for himself. He's also playing for his 5 daughters, his 2 sons, and his 1 granddaughter. They're all watching right now. So we wish him the best of luck for his family, of course. John opening with a 95 to Rivera's 45. Now, taking a look at this, it's a race to 7. When you are someone like Jesse Rivera, and he and John have played against each other, that was in event number 4, and there was a top 16. John took that 5-2. Mentally, how does Rivera go into a game like this, especially with someone of John Hart's caliber?
Well, it's difficult. I mean, he has to be prepared. If he's prepared, and he has the will to win and the belief that he can win, the first couple of legs of the match are vital to him. If he can stay in the fight and continue the belief, it'll be a match. If John can overpower him, John can frighten his will to win and make it very difficult.
All right, so John is throwing some phenomenal darts so far. He's been averaging in the hundreds every dart. Jesse obviously trying to get his rhythm going. Neither of them down 2 and out. John obviously trying to set himself up for one. He's been finding the trip 20 with relative ease so far. Second dart has been falling errantly as it did right there. And he drops down to the bullseye with a 105, leaving him 76 out. Rivera 201 trying to set himself up.
Yeah, the reason John went down to the bull is he literally has an out where he doesn't have to hit a triple to get a shot at it, and he knows he's getting a shot at it. So sometimes you have to really cut down your odds and try to find a way to get one shot at winning.
Well, an errant dart fell into the double 16 for John right there. He narrowly missed the double 12, leaves him a double 6. Rivera does have a shot at an out here, not anymore after hitting a single 20. That third dart leaves him with a ton out. John Hart with 3 darts at a double out. The double 6 for the win in the first leg. Uses that as a marker. Moves over. Hits a single 10, going up for double 1. The dreaded double 1. And a single 1. Jesse with a shot here to take a 1-0 lead in the first leg. Let's see what he does. Gets a single. He's going to go double-double. Not going to get it.
Right now, you're going to want to watch John will this dot in the double because he knows that it's a match if he doesn't.
Absolutely. And that gives Jesse some confidence. John walks away from the line, steps over. Wow, right up against the wire. Oh, wow.
Very
all
difficult.
on the wire. All right. Jesse Rivera with a huge opportunity here early on. Of course, it is a race to 7. And he gets it. Rivera gets that first leg.
And that leg was a leg that Jesse started. So John is still not going to feel the pressure. He's going to come back and try to tie the matchup. It would have been a different story if John had lost his throw in the first leg. It gets very hairy. You get worried.
Well,
as a player.
he comes out firing with a ton 35 there. Rivera having a little trouble finding the trip 20. He's been right on top of it. He's actually having trouble with all of his triples right now, but still taking a 1-0 lead into this second leg. John Part, whose first start has been falling to the trip 20 pretty consistently, but not this time, opens up with a second round at 59.
You know, Colin, you were talking about Jesse's family. I happen to have been Facebook friends with John's wife and Rachel and their daughter, and I can't say enough how beautiful John's daughter is.
Yeah.
Beautiful little girl. That was a great shot by John.
Yeah, beautiful darts there by John. John's a good-looking guy.
Well, I don't know about that. I could tell you this. John is a fun guy to be around.
Absolutely, great personality.
We were just talking outside. I had just walked in and we talked about 5 different things. One, we talked about poker. We talked about the New York Jets. We talked about coaching in the NFL. I hadn't seen him in. I probably hadn't seen him in 2 years. It was like we had never.
Don't miss a beat.
Didn't miss a beat.
Correct. That kind of friendship.
That's a good shot by Jesse. At least it brings him down to an out.
All right, so John's going to go triple 19 double tops, most likely. And he misses there. Gets a 78. 60 remaining, so Rivera will have a shot.
Leave him out.
Yep, he's got a double top for John Part. Rivera with a 121.
To steal the throw, which is
Absolutely.
important.
Huge. Trip 20,
He's going to have to
61.
go for 11 and a blow.
Whoa, he's going.
He took a chance, but he's got a shot.
Oh, and he nearly missed it. 18 remaining.
He took a chance at the bull because, you don't want to hit a 50.
Absolutely.
But
oh, John nearly missing.
he's struggling at his doubles.
And as they say, triples for show, doubles for dough. Oh, man.
Again, that's the will. That's the will to win. You need the will. John needs to conjure it up right now.
Absolutely.
He's trying to find it. He's not going to be, putting his will to win on Jesse right now.
Oh, Jesse.
Looks a little frustrated. They're a little too close together.
Yeah. And he's got to shift over a little bit.
Use it for a marker.
Direct, same location there.
Yeah,
So now-
that was huge.
Now John Part with a chance to tie it up, and he finds it, and you see him with a sigh of relief.
Huge relief. And,
Absolutely.
Yes, he had troubles with doubles. He probably had 8, 10 shots at a double in the first 2 legs.
Yeah.
That may go away just because of that one dot right there.
Absolutely. I mean, this is a game of confidence, such a mental game. I call it golf on a smaller scale because it's all muscle memory and it's all concentration. You lose that concentration just a little bit and it can ruin your entire day. But you get that one good shot. It gets your confidence going and you can really work your mojo. A 97 there by John Part, leaving him 404 to 441. Jesse Rivera at the line.
Yeah, he can go south quick on you if you let it. How I look at the game of darts, it's a very simple game, but very difficult to play at a high level. It's a catch-22. That's why I think there's a lot of appeal in darts. I think that everyone can find a purpose of playing darts at any level. It's fun.
Absolutely. Yep, couldn't agree more. Well, we had a nice ton 40 by Rivera, followed by a ton by John. Now Rivera hitting that one.
Yeah, they're both starting to find their range. I think what we're going to see here is they'll be pretty efficient coming down, and they won't be wasting many darts at a double.
Absolutely. And here we go. Maybe a shot at a ton 80 here. Nope, pulls away with a ton 40. Disappointed, obviously. And we've seen some really good shooters already eliminated today with Jason Brandon, the number 8 seed, Gordon Dixon, the number 14 seed. We've got two phenomenal shots right here, obviously with John Part and Jesse Rivera. Jesse pulling away a ton right there. Very, very tight match here in the third leg. John with a shot in and out. Not going to get it with a 1, though. Instead of 40,
He's going to leave him 124, which can be a pretty simple out when you're in the 120s. 120, 121, 124.
Sure.
You have plenty of options. That was a big triple right there.
And 97 scored, leaves
Pressure's
him
on
64.
John. He put a little pressure on John because Jesse's going to get a shot at a double.
Absolutely. Trip 18 double bull is the only way he can do it, and he narrowly misses the trip 18, so he's going to have to settle as Jesse Rivera, 64 remaining. Is he dropping down to those 16s? He gets an 8, so how about a single 16 double 20 for a 2-1 lead?
Yeah, he's got to go. Yeah, he's got to go for an 18 or a 16 for 40.
Yep. Thinks it. Lines it up, and now double top. Just missed it.
Now John has a chance to steal the darts.
Absolutely.
And then follow with his darts, and that's what he wants. That's what any dart player wants.
Ooh, that's going to go 17
Now he's going to have to use
double
the
bull.
bull.
All right, double bull for John Part. And a single bull leaves him 25. Rivera with a chance to take a 2-1 lead here. A double 10 will do it. Or any variation.
That's a
There it
good
is.
shot.
Rivera takes it 2 legs to 1. Entering the third leg, John Part to shoot. Once again, Colin, Cosell, and Dave Kelly joining you from the CDC 2016 Championship here in Woodland Hills, California, just outside of LA proper. John Part and Jesse Rivera duking it out right now. John opening up with a ton 25. Rivera at the line.
They're still on throw, so neither one of them have got that much pressure on them. They're still on throw.
Yep.
John's behind. He lost the bull, but I'm sure they're both looking to break a throw.
Absolutely. It's all about breaking throw, especially with this caliber of dart as they're starting to heat up.
John's got darts that are somewhat leaning over to the ones.
Yeah.
Sometimes that is a lack of concentration. What it is you're taking your throw or your motion for granted. So
Yeah.
he's got to study. He's got to put some more concentration into it. There it is again. I mean, we've seen his first dart land in the 1 probably more than we've seen it land in the 20.
Oh, and then falling into the 7 there for a 28 gives Rivera a chance to get a bit of a lead.
Again, this is John's throw. He can't afford to be throwing 20s and 41s.
Yep, 60 for Rivera there. John Part, of course, he had an 80 average throughout the tour this year in 2016, whereas Jesse shot a 74 average.
45.
I think we're going to see both players slow down a little bit now and try to capture the match. I mean, if one of them goes on a roll, the way they're both playing right now, a roll will win it for them.
22 is not going to do it, and that's the first time you've seen some frustration out of Rivera's face. He looks down at the ground, disappointed. John Part lining it up, not pleased with his 20s.
40.
Not
There's
pleased with
another one of
anything
the
right
ones.
there.
They're both struggling. They're both. I mean, there's pressure. Let's face it. At any level, there's pressure. Low level, high level, there's pressure. The player that slows down and concentrates the most right now is going to win this match.
Well, this here in the fourth leg, the concentration seems to be escaping both of these tough competitors. John Part steps up. He finds a triple. He took a deep breath, and now
That's what John wanted.
That's
I mean,
absolutely
he
brilliant
threw
darts.
perfect darts, and He feels good about himself right now, and this might be the run that that is going to give him an advantage, in this match.
Well, when you've got a ton 82 and you hit a ton 50 to leave yourself with an opportunity to hit the double 16, which he does now.
Right
John's
away.
starting to find those doubles.
That's 4 perfect darts in a row. He might be feeling pretty good about himself right now. That will to win could be, he might have conjured it up, found it. Jesse's going to have to give him some answers. And he did, right there, with a nice 99 to start the leg.
All right, let's see how John Part answers that. Now, keeping in mind that Jesse, the one time that these two competitors have faced off, Jesse has not gotten more than 2 legs off of John Part. I think getting that third leg, do you think that's something that Jesse remembers from when they played against each other?
I don't know if he remembers the score, Colin, but again, you got to, this is a game where you have to kind of, put the history behind you. If you start thinking about, Jesus, I can beat this guy because I beat him all the time.
Right.
That's when you find yourself sitting down. And then if you start thinking, I can't beat this guy, trust me, you can't.
Right, absolutely. Once it gets inside your mind.
So you have to go into every match. I can beat this guy. I don't care about how many times he's beat me. I can beat this guy.
Right.
I'm going to beat this guy this time. I'm ready to beat this guy. I have the will to beat this guy.
Well, we know that Jesse is capable of it. We've seen a couple times during the tour where he shot well into the 80s as an average, which by most counts would be enough to win. And he actually finished in the top 4 in the same match in event number 3 in Cleveland, Ohio, that John was eliminated in the top 16. So he's capable. He's got the darts in him. But
There's no doubt. I mean, they may be struggling, but we can see their darts are all around the target. It's not, other than the ones that the first dart that John has been releasing has been somewhat questionable. But other than that, all their darts are in the same. They're just struggling. They're throwing well. Their motion is probably proper. They're just struggling.
Well,
he's taking his time now, and I think that's what he needs to do.
Absolutely.
I think they both need to take their time a little bit and concentrate.
All right, 59 leaves him a 128. He'll definitely have 2 shots. John needs a big ton 80 right here, at least a ton 40. And he's not going to get it there, a 99. So Rivera.
He's got 6 darts from 128. I mean, at this level, 6 darts from 128 is probably very doable.
Sure. 90 remaining.
He went
for the double bull, trying to give himself double top. Instead, he leaves himself with a 65, John Part.
When I was playing, 65 was a scary number for me because I didn't want to go for the bull to leave 40. I always wanted to go for the triple 15 because I was afraid of getting 50.
Yeah. Yeah, that's where the mentality of it is. He goes right at it.
That's the second time, and he gets away with it. Again, hold and serve.
Yeah.
You can't ask for a better exciting match. We know they both are saying to themselves right now, I can't lose my serve, my darts, and I have to break once. At least John has to break.
Wow. Tell you what, that first dart fell into the 5. You could read his lips. Nothing that we can really say to the family-friendly audience at home. But he then followed it up with 2 trip 20s. And when you zero in like that, Rivera following with a ton, by the way, that shows the kind of professional shooter he is.
Yeah.
Third one got away from him. He knew it.
Yeah.
And that's one of the worst feelings. Like when you know
it's like
you're
giving one
throwing
away.
a dart, and you know that it's going to get away from you, and you throw it anyway.
And no matter what level you're playing at, when you throw one away, it hurts.
Absolutely.
Right? It hurts. When one bounces out, you accept it. I'm not saying it doesn't hurt, but you accept it. But when you throw one away, you feel it.
Yeah.
And he just did it again. See, now it's getting to him.
He's getting, as we lovingly call it back in New York City, third dartitis. It's an acute disease where the third dart just for some reason just gets away from you. You're not as focused on it.
It's the concentration.
You got to maintain that focus on all 3. And Rivera with a huge ton 40 right there.
Remember, this is John's throw. Again, he started with a 1. He can't afford to to let this get away from him.
And with a 40 there, leaving him 126, Rivera obviously without a chance of an out here. But
A triple or two right here would put a lot of pressure on John.
he drops down and back up. 59's not going to quite do it. John Part with a 126. Traditionally, you go for the trip 19 first.
Yeah.
And he can still go for it. Trip 19 double bull will give him the leg. He gets
him a shot
that
at
dart, and now a shot at the double bull. Oh, a single bull. I think all three of us simultaneously went, oh.
Jesse's looking for a triple so they can have one poke at it.
All right, let's see how Rivera does.
Ooh, right on the
Single.
wire.
Drops down to trip 19, doesn't get it. 54
Nice
on
leave.
that last one.
Nice
Not
leave.
bad at all.
93.
John knows that Jesse will have 3 left.
9 scored, double 8 for the win to hold serve.
Game shot
And
in the
he
sixth
gets
leg,
it.
That's a
John
big
Hart.
shot.
That's huge. So we're notched at 3.
That's a big shot from John.
The first match of the day where we've had a tie going into the 7th leg. Guys, we've got a barn burner right now between Rivera and John Part. You're going to have me, Colin Cosell, joined by Dave Kelly for the exciting conclusion. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more CDC darts. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the CDC Championship, the road to the Continental Cup, day 1. This is match number 3 between John Part and Jesse Rivera. The match is notched at 3 legs apiece right now. I am joined by Dave Kelly. Now, Dave, we were talking about John and Jesse holding serve. We're notched at 3. Obviously, you get the impression that the outcome of this match is going to be based on who can break who.
The first break.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's pretty obvious the way they're playing. The first break is going to be such an advantage. I'm not saying. I actually think.
Okay,
the
ladies
first
and gentlemen,
break is
back in
gonna
session. Here we are.
maybe
3-3
lead
in the
to
match. Leg
a
number
bullet.
7 coming up, and
That
that's
player
Jesse
winning
to
the rest
throw
of the
first.
games.
Really?
Game
That's
on.
how important the first break is.
Okay.
And John, I know John a lot. He likes being in a position where he's at, where he gets the first shot at breaking.
Right.
Jesse
121.
gets to go first when they're even.
Right.
So John's going to try to put all his will in this leg.
Well, we will see how he answers.
97.
Jesse.
Come out good too.
Yeah, ton 21. And of course, we have to give a hat tip to Anthony Eugenia, who is chalking this match. The Eugenius, as I lovingly call him
60.
now. Dave, you live in Vegas now. You've been living there for about 6 or 8 months. Tell me, if you're a betting man, who would you put your money on to break?
Well, since I
4.
live in Vegas, I've learned that there's such thing as odds, right? So I have a feeling as an even bet, Jesse's going to have a chance to break. But you can't count John out
134.
his will. John has got a lot of will. Believe me, I played against him. You feel it. He's got a lot of will to win. You don't become a world champion without the will.
Absolutely.
But I think
44.
that Jesse, from what I've seen so far, I think that Jesse's going to have the first well, he has had the first dart at it. If you recall, he hit that 25 and had one shot at the 18 to break. I have a feeling that he's going to get the first shot.
41.
He's going to have to make the shot, but I think he's going to get the first one.
All right. Well, he is holding serve so far in this. John Part is having a little bit of a difficulty finding the triple. Of course, as I say that, he hits it.
68.
He's just, the man's just out to get me. What can I say?
He's going to be
68
very
there.
disappointed with that. The first dart went astray. The second dart went right in the triple, and then he got 3 on his third dart. Very disappointing for John.
Well, you got to give it to Jesse. A lot of darters, especially up-and-comers,
59.
and pros alike, but a lot of up-and-comers, they never actually take that step back from the line. They just think they have to keep on shooting. And Jesse, very smart there to step back and assess what he needs there. As John Part, looking for
140.
the first ton 80 of the match, comes away with the ton 40. And
Jesse,
Put a
you
little
require
pressure on the
86.
86.
Absolutely. So we're looking at a probable trip 18, double 30.
He's got to go
or double
18
16,
bull
but
now. I
yeah.
always got to go with the bull.
Double bull, and he comes away with a
61.
single. That would have been a great opportunity for him to
John, you
slow down
require
for a second
108.
and size up that bull. Said he comes away at 25. John Part looking to get that first break.
He wanted 419s. He knows.
56 scored, 52 remaining.
Yeah, he knows that was his
Jesse, you require
opportunity
25.
right there. He wanted 419s at a shot at a double, and he didn't come close.
Yeah. Jesse with the double 8 to hold serve, double 4. Oh,
No
when he
score.
falls out, there's
John,
a
you
big
require
opportunity
52.
for John Part. And if he breaks him here, you know him better than anyone. We'll see.
He'll be on his horse.
Double 16. And
20.
it goes off of his
He
own
doesn't have the
dart.
will.
Jesse, you require
The
25.
will is not there. Let's see if Rivera can go for that 9 double 8 that eluded him last time. And the
Nine.
clairvoyant crew in the control
John, you
room knew
require
that he was going to nail
32.
that double 9. with
I'll
just
be
a
stunned
waiting
if
double
John
8.
misses this. I'll be stunned.
That is a 4th dart for the miss 5th that missed the double. 6th,
24.
that is 6 consecutive darts
Jesse,
for
you
John
require
Park, missing the
16.
double Rivera to hold serve.
John is probably 3 for 13, 3 for 14 at doubles right
I
now.
agree with that. Now they're both on double 4. Rivera.
8.
Oh,
These
John,
type
you
of legs,
require 8.
they're comical, right? So it's now a matter of who gets lucky.
double 4 for John Part. Double 4 is not happening. Double 2. Walks
shot
it
the
in, and
seventh
there it
leg,
is, our
John
first
Part.
break
You know-
of the day, John Part.
Leg
Colin,
number 8
John doesn't
is
really care
John
about
to
how
throw
ugly
first.
that leg was.
Game on.
No.
What he cares about now is holding his throw and going up on the match.
Yeah.
If he holds his throw right here, he's at 5. He's 2 away.
Yep, absolutely.
That's all he's thinking about right now.
93.
He's got that break, and he's going to try to use it to his advantage.
And opens up there with a 93. Jesse really needs some big darts here. He needs to break John, obviously.
85.
And an 85. Admirable, but not as good as John's 93 with John at the line. Single 20. Grits his teeth. Not happy. Back upstairs he goes.
59.
Right
59.
right on it. Nice darts. Right on the wire.
Right on the wire indeed as Jesse steps to the line. At the Aki is Jesse Rivera, 45 years old of Elmhurst, Illinois, throwing his Cosmo Fit Flights and Shafts.
100.
21 grams. Gets a 93 there. And of course, as we know, John is a
60.
world
John's
champion.
really looking for a triple. Yeah.
Not getting it. Pardon me there. Jesse Rivera, he's won. He was the Windy City Open semifinalist, Bull Shooter Open singles champion, and a Las Vegas
59.
Classic semifinalist.
That was a nice shot. In essence, John has got to work to keep the darts, and that's a good start.
John drops down.
101.
101. But a 188 is not what he wanted, obviously. Rivera at the Aki.
100.
Yep, it leaves
Jesse
him an
does
out.
have a look at an out. John has to find a triple or two to.
Ooh, that's an errant dart. As is that.
39.
39, not going to do it. 149 remaining for
Jesse,
John
you
Part.
require
Rivera with a chance at an out
157.
here.
I would say Jesse's looking at 6 dots from 157 the way they're playing.
Absolutely right.
And
Once you said
Eight.
it,
the
easy
first 3
difference.
weren't.
John, you require
gonna help him out.
149.
John with a 149. Fully capable, will not pull it out though this time.
He wants
100.
to slide
He
that
got that
dot right
done.
on the top. That's what he
Jesse,
wanted
you
to do.
require 149.
This is a funny number for me. He's going to go for 19s. I always believed in going for 20s with that number.
Really? Why is that?
Well,
Hold on, double top.
oh, he needed
Double
bull.
bull, rather. Sorry.
80
What I
score.
always thought is, I
you
know that
require
if you hit a single 20,
49.
you would leave yourself unable to go out. But if you hit a triple
Game
20,
shot
that's a
in
great
the
shot
eighth
by
leg.
John.
John Part.
Huge darts. That gives him a bit of a, I wouldn't say commanding, but a more comfortable
Leg number
5-3
9 is Jesse
lead
to throw
over
first.
Jesse James,
on.
as he's known.
Well,
by
all
his
the
friends in
pressure's
the
on
darts
Jesse
community.
right now. There is no pressure on John. On this leg, all the pressure is on
59.
Jesse.
Absolutely. At this point right now, it's all of the pressure on Jesse James Rivera versus, of course, Darth Maple.
And what John wants to do is he wants
100.
to impose to Jesse that he's got the will to win right now.
Yes.
He wants to frighten Jesse. That's what he wants to do.
And we'll see how Jesse reacts. A single one, definitely not what he wanted. Dropped down to 19, and we're starting to see the concentration break. His facial
39.
expression and body language denoting that.
John wants to add to that frustration.
And with a 5-3 lead, 2 legs away from advancing to tomorrow's final.
44.
But
That's
that's
not
a
gonna
tough
get it
round.
done.
No, 41. That is a tough turn for John Part. That was a 44.
100.
That's a good shot by Jesse. I mean, he's keeping his darts. There's pressure on him. He's making John have to hit a big shot to take his darts away.
96.
And a 96 is one heck of a way to do it, considering Jesse's been having a little bit of trouble with the triple, with the exception of the ton that he got last round. Really needs a big round right here.
He's searching.
57.
Yep.
Not feeling comfortable with that trip 19. He keeps dropping down there, and it keeps eluding him by a good centimeter or two. Whereas John is
Good
just
score
on the
right
wire.
here. A good score right here from John will
49.
pretty much put too much pressure on Jesse, I think. Nope.
All right, let's see what Jesse can pull out here. Pardon me. Jesse to
60.
Right now, John can put some pressure. 1, 2, 3 triples.
Ooh, that one slipped away from him.
That's a big dot.
78.
That's a huge triple 19 right there for John.
That gets him in a distance where he can simply use 6 dots to get to 134.
Yeah. Yep, absolutely. Jesse finds the triple there. He's at 75, 111 remaining.
That's a good shot.
95.
John might not have 6 dots.
All right.
John, you require
95 scored, leaves him
134.
91. Let's see what John does with a ton 34, trip 20. He's got 74, 60 remaining.
Big fat twin,
94.
leave him 40, yep.
All right, Rivera, trip
Jesse, you
17
require
double top
91.
traditionally. Of course, if you've noticed in the past 5 to 10 years, it used to be seeing he's
Yeah.
going for the bull.
He's smart. He's going to give himself a shot, albeit at the bull, but he's giving himself a shot.
Oh, wow.
56.
Admirable.
66.
This double goes in, I
John, you
would say the match
require
is over.
40.
All right. Well, let's see what happens here. John Part at the Aki, just shy, going for that double 10. Gets
Game
it.
shot
John
in the
Part
ninth
now.
leg.
I think
John
John
Part.
feels the same way. I think, he's in so much command right now. I think, look at him, he went
Leg
right back
10
to the
is
hockey. He
John to
knows.
throw first. Game on.
Jesse's going to have to show some heart,
Yeah.
even to be in the leg. I'm not saying he can't win it, but he's going to have to show a lot of goddamn heart. Excuse me.
59.
That's quite all right. Excuse me, 59 scored there by John Part. Jesse Rivera trying to scratch and crawl his way back into this game. Not that way, though.
No, he's
This-
feeling it.
6.
He's
Yeah.
feeling it.
You can tell by his facial
Can't blame
expression.
him. We've all been there. As dart players, we've all been there.
Absolutely. Doesn't matter the level of competitor. We all know that feeling when the game just is getting away from you.
97.
And in this situation, John can be like a vampire. He's not going to feel bad. He's not going to...
Yeah, there's no pity darts here. It's
None. Never should be.
absolutely not.
100.
Play to win the game, as the Jets coach Herm Edwards once said.
And that's funny.
And you guys
That's
were talking
John-
about the Jets before.
Yeah, that's John's... Well, honestly, it's John's father's favorite team.
okay.
I go way back with John's dad.
70
Great guy.
71.
Fantastic guy. This is when John was a kid.
Hmm.
And we would... his father used to travel around with him, and he was a big Jets fan. I was a Patriots fan.
121.
Good shot right there by Jesse.
Yeah,
I
huge
mean,
starts by Jesse.
he hasn't gone away. No matter what happens in this leg, you have to give it to him that he hasn't gone away.
Absolutely. And how can you? You know, you've come this far. You've made it to all
40.
8 events this year, going from Lexington, Kentucky to Cleveland, Ohio, Philadelphia, Ypsilanti, Michigan, and now here in LA. How could he not?
85.
Absolute all 85 scored right there. You know, it's too bad. It's really too bad you just told me that you're a Patriots fan. I'm a Jets fan. We were getting along so well, Dave.
Well, it's funny. John used to
44.
come with all the Jets gear, and I used to come with all the Patriots gear. And at this time, the Jets were at least a team.
Right, absolutely.
My team was a joke.
Yeah, for years.
41.
You made it to-
Things have turned.
Oh boy, have they? You have a third string quarterback. You don't even have him anymore. You've got Josh Edelman as your quarterback.
Yeah, we
He's
have
the
a
wide
we
receiver.
have a slot receiver starting the football game, and they'll still go 4-0.
Yeah, I know.
the coach.
60.
I know. It's unbelievable.
And, that's what John and I were talking about.
And
Jesse,
John
you
right
require
there with the 60,
128.
leaving himself from 130 out. Rivera really needs big darts right here. He went for that trip 18, fell into the trip 4, and that's not going to be good enough for this particular round. Scores 50.
40.
He left
50.
himself
round.
78, I think, or 68.
50 scored.
And
John, you require
78, yeah.
130.
And so he's got a shot at a double if John don't take this out. This is to steal the darts.
Oh,
John's
that's
going to have to look at the
huge.
bull.
There's
You're
80
gonna have to
double
look at the
ball
ball.
for the match. Oh,
87.
87 scored,
Jesse, you
43
require
remaining.
78.
Rivera
Remember,
needs
this
this
is to
to stay
steal.
alive.
This is to steal the darts.
77. You go trip 19, double 10 on this?
Yeah, well, I go trip 15, but if he feels more comfortable at 70, it doesn't matter what he gets.
Right.
He wanted a shot at a double.
24.
Whatever would get him
John,
there.
you require
And he knew it there.
43.
John Part, 43 remaining. Does he go 3 double top? Does he go 11 double 6? There's the 11 double 16. Oh, double 8 for the match. John Part. Oh,
27.
wide.
He knows that's a
Left.
can of worms
Jesse,
he
you
didn't want to
require
open.
54.
Right there.
Yep, Rivera. 14 double top, traditionally. Oh, that one got away from him. 43, hit it again. No, he goes 14, still wants double top, and does not get it.
34.
He raced through
John,
that
you
too.
require
For a
Yeah,
man
he
who
went
was-
fast. He threw fast. That 11 threw him completely off.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to see John give him another chance at that.
Oh, he wires the double 4, Darth Maple.
12.
Oh, he wires it again, this time on
He's
the
stunned.
Jesse, you
inside.
require
John's
20.
stunned right now.
Absolutely. Rivera with a chance to stay alive. There's a marker, try to walk it in. Single 10. Oh,
10.
he
Right on the
wires a
wire.
double 5. John
John,
Part,
you
who's been
require
crushing
4.
the double 2. Well, at least he did when he had the opportunity before for the match. And he
No
misses.
score.
There's frustration
Jesse,
from
you
both
require
players.
10.
And John,
Now, I wouldn't be surprised if he shoots for a 2, but he's not. He's going to go right
nope,
at
he's
it.
going right at
Now,
it.
this makes this dot hard.
Yeah,
At double 5,
Five.
this second dot is hard.
absolutely.
John, you require 4.
Yeah, you've got to knock it out with that first start.
I believe in throwing for a 2.
Double 2. Oh. Nut house, as they call it.
No
Oh,
score.
man. All right.
Jesse, you require
Rivera.
5.
Another one of those legs. That's the second one in this match. Where,
Yep. He
I
gets
don't
the
want it,
one.
you take
Double
it.
2 to stay alive.
Ooh.
Goes back upstairs. Doesn't get
score.
it.
John, you require
Is it
2.
nerves? Is it frustration? What is going on right now? Single 2, back upstairs for John Part. His third attempt at this exact out. Wired it again.
No
Same
score.
identical thing.
Jesse,
3
you
times in
require
a row
5.
for John Part. Rivera
Jesse has to
take
concentrate on
advantage.
this one. He
Absolutely
has to.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
There's the 1. The double 2. Gets
Game
it.
shot
Jesse
in the 10th
stays
leg. Jesse
alive.
Rivera.
Jesse James and Darth Maple in what is easily the best match we've seen
That we
here
get
today.
caught?
John Part up
Leg 11
6-4.
is Jesse to throw
Jesse
first.
finally breaks John Part.
Game
and
on.
gets a
He's getting the
chance here.
laughs out. He's getting it all out. He knows he's back in the game.
Yep. Smiles a little bit. Nice. Just got to get that stroke back at that trip 20.
He's showing some
97.
maturity right here, Jesse is.
Yep. 97 there. And, well, when you've got 5 daughters, 2 sons, and a granddaughter, if you can't find maturity, my gosh.
You got a point there. Believe me.
100.
John counters with a ton. Rivera at the line now.
It's a nice
Finds the
start.
trip 20.
Plenty of room.
Oh,
66.
Followed with
overcompensation.
6 after the 60.
Yeah, overcompensation on both darts there. 66 for Rivera. John Part lines it right on top of the trip 20. Finds it with the second dart. Third dart.
100.
Lines it on top. Comes away with back-to-back tons. Does John Part. Jesse Rivera at the Yaki.
That's a
Trip
good
19. Yeah, it's a great dart. Oh, that one got away from him.
84.
Right, 84 scored. John dropped down.
96.
John's desperately trying to take the dots away from him.
96. Jesse with a nice first dart. Second one. Kind of lobbed it in there a little bit.
100.
Tried to go right back at it, and comes away with a ton nonetheless. Leaves himself with a shot at an out no matter what. John Part does right now. Ooh, that second dart. A little errant.
41.
41 scored.
Jesse, you require
164 remaining for John
154.
Part. Still has an out, but will he get a shot? That's up to Jesse Rivera right now. And the answer is yes, he will.
45.
Errant dart there.
John, you
John
require
Part.
164.
Trip 20, trip 18, double bull for the win. There's a trip 20, needs a trip 18. They got it, double bull. And he misses just outside. Absolutely tremendous darts from Darth Maple, as you'd expect. 44 remaining for John.
Jesse, you require 109.
That should be a...
Big 3 right here. He's going to get it down to the double.
Here we
He's-
go.
He's at 49. He can go for 17. He can go for 9.
He
Go
goes
for
17.
Game shot in the 11th
And he gets
leg.
it. Jesse
Rivera.
Rivera pulls it out 6-5.
Leg number
now.
12 is
Remember
John
when the
to throw
pressure was on
first.
Jesse?
Game on.
Pressure.
It's back on John.
Oh, the tides have turned.
That's how the game is.
Or the tables have turned, I should say. All right, either way. Fill in cliche here. 95
95
scored by John Part. Once again, this is the CDC Tour Championship weekend. Day 1 here in Woodland Hills, California. Colin, Cosell, and Dave Kelly joining you.
80.
And this has easily been the best match of the day, the third one of the day. And we've got 5 more coming up after this.
We're starting to see some good dots now
Yes.
from both players.
140.
They're on the wires. They're in the triple.
Nice ton 40 there from John. Jesse James. Just outside. He needs that trip.
83.
Help. Gets it? All right.
Helps him.
83 the score there. All right.
58.
John knew that would have left him an out if he hit the triple. He really had no other choice.
Yeah, it's true. Jesse needs a big round. Trip 20 on that first dart. Second one, and
140.
but a huge ton 40 leaves him 198. John Part, 208, leading this match 6-5. It is a race to 7.
Big triple.
81.
That's a big triple.
81.
He's got. John's going to have a chance at 127.
That's a huge triple.
100.
There's a ton.
John, you
All
require
right.
I'm surprised he didn't go
127.
for an 18 with his last dart.
I am as well.
John,
20,
John's going to have a
67.
shot at the bull or double A.
Here we
There's
go.
the
Double bull for the match. Oh, and he gets the single
102.
bull. 25 remaining for John Part. Jesse Rivera
require
to tie
98.
this up.
Tough finish, 98 is.
58.
All right,
40.
58, 40
John, you require
remaining, hoping that
25.
John does not pull this out.
This
9
is it for
double
the match
A,
right
and
here.
for the match, just outside, and
Slide it in there. Nope.
oh, he
9.
wired it. Oh
Jesse,
my
you require
goodness!
40.
What a battle of attrition here. This is unbelievable. Jesse James Rivera to tie it up. And he
Main
gets
shot
it.
in the
And
12th
believe it,
leg.
Jesse James
Jesse
Rivera.
Rivera.
When it seemed like all hope was lost, able to break John Part, then hold
Leg
serve,
number 13,
break him again,
final leg,
and now
Jesse to throw
he
first.
is in the driver's
Game
seat,
on.
even though they're tied at 6. Would you agree?
Yes. Is this the tiebreaker? One leg.
This is it.
Jesse's got everything going for him. He's won the last 2 legs.
And a ton
100.
to open.
He's let John know that he's not going to go away.
Let's see how John overcomes that. Uh-oh. Well, it's a
82.
good third dart.
Yeah, that's going to give him some hopes. He's the player that can calm down right now enough and get the job done is going to be the winner. And Jesse's got
100.
all the pressure off of him now. He
Yeah.
had so much of him on him 2 games ago.
And it looked like he had given up
Yeah,
by
that-
his body language, the
Yeah.
way he was throwing
You're
the
exactly
dart.
right.
And then it just took one break, and suddenly,
Well, John missed 15 dots at a double.
yeah,
probably.
that'll do it.
96.
It's a big shot by John just to hang on his shoulders.
All right. I mean, they're both. It's 6-6. They're both shooting 70 averages. It does not get tighter than this.
59.
How close it is.
59 right there.
Yep.
This is high tension.
John's
right here.
looking for 2 triples here.
That's not going to do it. It's dropping back downstairs. Ooh, he needs that in the third. And he gets
96.
it. 96 scored by John Part. Oh, you joined at the right time, Dave. That's what I got to
I mean,
say. You
I
joined
got to
at the
tell you,
right
it's
time.
exciting watching these guys play.
Oh, man.
That's a good
100.
Yeah, nice ton right there.
Yeah.
Gets him to an out. It gets him to
Absolutely.
a chance where he can win the match.
All right. Let's see how John answers. Trip 20, second dart, just outside.
He's got to stay right there because it's
Yeah.
looking like he's going to get another one in there.
Oh, and a 95.
It kissed off that dot.
Yep.
But went a little to the
95.
left.
Still leaves him a $1.32. John.
Jesse, you
or,
require
Jesse Rivera
142.
now with a chance at an out to do the unthinkable.
He's got to go for the bull. Oh, he stayed up there. He's got a shot at double 11.
He's going for double 11 steps away from the line. Jesse
For the game,
James
for the
Rivera
match.
For the match. Double 11. Oh, and he's just
120.
outside.
Now we're going to see John,
John,
go
you
for the
require
bull.
132.
All right.
I mean, he's going to look for a double bull, but if he gets a single, he still has a chance.
Oh, 6. That's not.
Now
good.
he's got to put some pressure on Jesse. And he did.
86.
He
66
did.
scored. My goodness.
Jesse, you require 22.
46.
No.
Again,
Again,
86, sorry,
If he
scored
throws outside, the second dot is very difficult. Now this dot's hard to throw.
for the match.
See?
Oh, you're absolutely right.
You know,
14.
I've
John,
been
you
a proponent.
require
I've always told young
46.
players with outs like 11 and 6 and 19, you got to.
John goes 10. He's going double 18.
John likes double 18.
He needs a
don't
double
know if he
9
likes
for
double
the
9.
win. He better now. He does.
what a
Game
shot.
shot in the
John
match.
Part
What a
pulls
shot.
it
John
out. What
Part!
an unbelievable match we just saw right there. My goodness. I mean, we saw a battle of wills. That was just unbelievable comeback by Jesse James Rivera. An unbelievable comeback
Jesse
just
Rivera
when we
and John
thought
Part.
he was going to be all done. That was just an incredible
You
match.
know, Colin, in the very beginning, you and I discussed about the will to win, right?
Yes.
That is what that was.
That was
Either player won. It didn't matter. If either player won, it was because of their will. That's all it was.
Well, Dave, thank you so much.
Colin.
I'm glad we were able to call this a battle of wills, and that's what it turned into.
Pleasure.
It was a pleasure broadcasting with you and knowing that we had the clairvoyance to know how this was going to turn out. John Part advances and will play again tomorrow. Stay tuned, guys. We're going to be back with the post-game interview. The CDC Tour Finals Championship Day 1 rolls on. Post-game interview coming up. Stay there.
Thank you very much.
Peter Cetera here, back with you at the Dirty Bull, the venue at the Dirty Bull Tavern in Woodland Hill, California. I'm here with John Part, the 6th seed, who just took out Jesse Rivera in a thriller of a match. Well, at least it went all the distance. It went the entire way, the 13 legs. John, tell us about the match.
It was a good grind back and forth in the early days of it, way back when, and we were trading legs. And
First 6 actually went
and then
went with the darts.
I got a good break after we had our intermission in the 7th leg, and I started to kind of roll a little better then. And I don't know, it was weird because at the very beginning of the match, my scoring was quite easy and carefree, but my doubles were horrible. I could have probably broke early on and maybe won or got out to a better start, I mean. And but then the missing doubles created some doubt into the scoring, and the scoring was always sort of there, but I never really recovered as good as I was near the beginning. And well, I mean, we had all kinds of action and drama at the end. I mean, we had the one leg with about 100 missed darts at double, and he stayed alive. And then I missed the 164 out on a bull, didn't get another chance. And then I missed the 127, didn't I? And then I don't know, maybe I did get another chance and missed there, but yeah, certainly he had every right to win the match in the last leg, and I got lucky.
Coming out of the break, you mentioned the first 6 you trade legs with the darts. Coming out of the break, obviously that you have a chance to go reset yourself. You're starting. It's actually his start. You're against the darts. You need a break. You get down. You both score fairly decently, and then you get down and you've got. I believe it took you 11 to get out on that one, and just missed double after double. When you get that leg inside yourself, I'm sure you just you kind of just go. You know, kind of just take a big deep breath. Thank God I got through that leg. How do you reset yourself for the next one after that?
Well, you just try and fire off with the momentum factor. You just know once something's going well, generally things do go well from there. And if you let yourself just flow into it a bit, and it's like if a guy makes a big shot to win a leg in front of you, if it's your turn the next to the hockey, you want to like almost answer it with a good start the next leg, sort of thing. I mean, you can spin it whatever you want in your head. You always want to start the leg well.
Sure. And you break, you win on your darts, you break again, and then you put his back up against the wall. You mentioned that leg 10. Leg 10, again, was a kind of both of you struggling with doubles. He finally took it after 15, and that kind of started his run. So it seems like the match kind of was a mirror image of each other with both of you.
Yeah.
And then get down to the last one. He's got the darts, and you managed to take that out. So I guess you can say what you want, but at the end of the day, you're through, right? And that's where we're trying to be.
There were a lot of positives for me in there to draw off of. Like I said, I started the match, and my scoring was everything I'd like it to be. I didn't quite get a 180 in there or nothing, but I felt like the stroke is there, I had the range, and maybe tightened up a bit. Maybe some strength issues during the match, and so it kind of fell off a bit. But I feel like I'm in a place where I can hit my best game. Ironically, I did the interview with you before, and I said about it. I think I said how my doubles are strong, and of course,
You did.
I
was going to bring that
commentator
up.
curse it myself, and tomorrow you don't get an interview. I'm talking about you.
Fair enough. About time somebody did. So tell us about the pants. The pants are feeling better now. Everything good with the pants?
Yeah, well, he got in my pants this morning, and
No, I didn't.
they were my alternate pants, though.
Right.
Danny did, and we're roommates. We got to play tomorrow. We all found it very humorous. He didn't realize he was actually wearing my pants. But
No, he didn't until he got here.
yeah, he
absolutely.
still didn't figure it out. See, I'm an athlete.
Absolutely. At the end of the day, John, you're through. Congratulations. Coming up at the beginning of the next hour, we have the 7-seed Chris Lim against the 10-seed Gary Moss. It's going to be a great match. We'll be back with you in just a few minutes. John Part right here. I'm Peter Cetera. Thanks again for joining us. And John, we'll be seeing you tomorrow.
Thanks,
Take
Peter.
care. Thank you.